Guess what movie we're reviewing today?
They didn't answer.
I
Answer the
can't
question.
hear you.
Teth Adam.
That's the one.
Teth Adam.
Teth Adam. DC.
DC's Black Adam. Starting with the plot, which is 25 points.
Yep. What'd you give it?
You want me to go first?
You go first.
You want
You
to
go
go
first.
I'll go first.
You're talking good. Go ahead.
So, okay. So the plot of Black Adam, I thought the first 20 minutes was horribly slow. The last 20 minutes was, I'll get to that. And in the middle, it was just kind of dumb. Like, the plot was barely there. Like, Black Adam comes back to life, kills a bunch of people, and then instantly Amanda Waller forms a team of superheroes, which isn't really her thing. She typically does that was it. Like, that was the plot. The plot was pretty boring, and then later there's like a big plot twist that was really dumb, but again, we'll get to that.
Which there are a couple plot twists. So what'd you give it?
I didn't think it was like awful, it was just kind of, it was goofy.
Goofy.
It was
Yeah,
a goofy
it was pretty
movie.
goofy.
I gave it a 15 out of 25.
Fair. I gave it an 18 out of 25 because like I liked it, and I really liked Black Adam's backstory, which I don't know anything about the character, so I don't know if like that's comic accurate or whatever. But I liked his backstory, and there were a couple of little like twists in there about who he is.
I liked that one. I'm talking about the finale of the movie, essentially.
Oh yeah, no,
That was dumb.
Yeah, the main antagonist overall I didn't enjoy. I don't really want to like spoil.
We'll talk about that in characters.
Yeah.
Which is the next
Holy
category.
Best character by a long shot was Dr. Fate.
Oh yeah, he's number one.
He was awesome. I love that man. He was just like Doctor Strange, but like golden. Dr. Fate was awesome. I loved him. Main antagonist was kind of goofy. Didn't care for that bit. Black Adam character. He was the best part of the movie in my opinion. Besides Dr. Fate, of course. I didn't really dislike any characters besides the antagonist.
What'd you give it?
I gave characters an 11 out of 15.
I was not feeling the same way.
Dang, what'd you give it, bro?
Well,
You go ahead.
it wasn't like some of the characters were like that bad that they like really, really hurt the movie besides the antagonist. And Noah Centineo's character was horrible.
What did that man do?
He's awful. He's
What?
such a bad actor. I don't know.
Well, he did fine.
All of his line delivery was just bad in my opinion. But I don't know. He's cheesy, and this movie was like a good type of cheesy besides when he was on screen. So all the other characters were just kind of whatever besides the antagonist. He was so bad. Like, he was stupid. He made dumb decisions, and then like again, the finale with him was just so out of left field, and it made no sense, and I didn't like it, and I don't know. I did not
The
like
villain's
the
like
antagonist.
goals just didn't really make sense, and like his way to accomplish his goals didn't really make any sense. It was
They-
just weird.
To like have a good plot twist, they like just don't tell you his motivations at all
Yeah.
until they get to the end of the movie, and then he's like, "I'm the devil," and it was like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, no. I also really, really, really did not like the main kid. He was so annoying, and
The
like
kid was.
his lines were like dubbed for some reason.
It doesn't help that the kid was a terrible actor.
He was a bad actor. Which like
The
he was a
character
kid
wasn't
actor, so
great.
I can't dog him
It's
too
like
hard.
his character was literally just like the fact that he could skateboard. Like that was his whole character. It was
Yes.
kind of weird.
Like,
I don't really know what he was in the movie for because he didn't really do anything.
I wish we could get scenes from the movie, because there's one scene at the end where like he like hoards together all the townsfolk so they can fight off a horde of zombies or something, like skeleton undead
Yeah.
people, which is really dumb, like unnecessary.
Yeah.
And then like he like his mom is fighting off the skeletons, and he has the townspeople coming in, and then he just like you hear, "Hey mom!" and then the camera cuts to him, and then it's just him slow-mo riding a skateboard in the battle, and it's one of the cringiest things I've ever seen in a movie. It was just like those three characters that I really didn't like. Everybody else was fine.
I didn't like the villain, and then like everyone else, I was either like I liked or was meh on. So
Yeah, so 9 out of 10.
overall enjoyed it.
Originality. originality was just kind of like they did some stuff, but it was also still just a superhero movie. So 3 out of 5.
All right, I thought it was original enough to kind of distinguish itself because I liked that Black Adam was like stupid, busted. It was like kind of like One Punch Man in a way. It's like
He was bald.
yo. I like that. I thought it was original enough, but like it's still when it comes down to it, just a superhero movie, like good versus evil kind of thing. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 too.
Yeah. Now we're at enjoyment, which is out of 25. You're up.
Okay, I enjoyed the movie. It was goofy. It was fun. It didn't have a ton of humor, which I honestly kind of appreciate because I don't know. I'm kind of sick of Marvel movies being over the top funny. The movie had a few moments that like when it tried to take itself too seriously, that it's like it was funny for the wrong reasons. But
Which is
when
enjoyable.
they did, it was enjoyable. I mean, I wouldn't really count that, but like
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I gave enjoyment 21 out of 25 because I mean it was a good movie. I'd watch it again.
Gave the plot of 15, but like I enjoyed it a decent bit more than I thought. Like the plot was good, which normally those are kind of hand in hand. When the plot's good, I enjoy it. When the plot's bad, I don't enjoy it.
Fair.
But sometimes when the plot's bad, I enjoy it more because the plot's so bad. But this one was like the plot was just kind of mid, and then like it was a goofy movie.
Yeah,
So
it was
like,
goofy.
and we also saw it like it was us 3 and Colton. So like it was just some bros, and we were like the only ones in the theater besides 2 other people. So we were just having a good time in the theater.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed
make
it.
jokes out the movie. It was
Yeah.
very fun. So.
It was.
I definitely wouldn't pay to go see it again, but I would watch it again.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 19 out of 25. It was really goofy. So
Very goofy. Goofy.
funny, goofy mood it put me in.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at the effects, which would be me first, wouldn't it?
I believe it would. 'Cause I went first last time.
I don't know. I don't have much to say about this. Besides, this is where I kind of thought to put this in. This is the goriest PG-13 movie I've ever seen. Like, there's so much death in this movie. Like,
Well, that
To
wouldn't
me,
be gore.
yeah.
That's
That's what I was about to say. It's not really gory.
but
There's
there's
just
a lot of
death.
blood too.
Not really.
There's a lot of gruesome deaths. Like, he rips somebody's arm off one time. He tears a dude in half, which granted he was the devil, but like
Yeah.
still. He rips the guy's arm off. He evaporates several people into bones.
Yeah, but I
Like,
don't really know if I
he-
consider that gore.
I
'Cause
wouldn't.
gore is just
I
like
wouldn't consider that gore either. There wasn't enough guts and blood
Yeah.
for me to consider that.
it was
gore.
definitely
It was
very.
most
I mean,
gruesome.
very.
It was most gruesome, sure.
Most
The
gruesome.
most
But
violent.
Most people died falling from the sky.
Yeah,
A lot of
Honestly,
people
when you
died in
think
this
about
movie,
that.
So
it was very violent.
very
It was.
violent.
It was violent.
But and then to balance that out, to keep like a PG-13 rating, they only had like 5 cuss words in the movie, like 5 or 6,
Yeah, they
which was cool with
really
me.
swore.
So, but like a lot of people died, and the effects were pretty good for the most part. Like there were some parts that like were like just kind of whatever, but for the most part the effects were good. So I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Okay. Most of the time when Black Adam was like shooting lightning or doing whatever, it looked really good. The only time like the effects were kind of like that I noticed was when like it would be close up on his face when he has like lightning shooting around him, and it's like obviously just his face, really CGI.
Yeah.
Basically, it was every now and then it just kind of looked like a clay model of The Rock, basically. And so it's like besides that, everything was great. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 too, because that only happened like once or twice. But for the most part, the special effects were really, really good.
All right. Next up, we have the acting.
Okay.
You can take this one, Mr. Chris.
Thank you. I think the acting was overall pretty good. Like I said, that the kid, he was a bad actor. He was not good. But there weren't really any actors in the movie that like stood out to me like, wow, this acting's amazing. But I mean, like, it's a superhero movie. It's not really meant to be all that emotional at points.
Pierce Brosnan was incredible.
Was that Dr. Fate?
Yeah, I just want to
Oh,
point
yeah,
that
that's
out
the one
there.
exception.
I mean, yeah, but even then, like the acting is.
Yeah,
like,
his acting was incredible.
I thought he did a really good job.
So maybe he killed the character. But I mean, like, he just
Like,
he
I wouldn't
just needed to be
offer him
old
an
and
Oscar.
mysterious. Like he just needed to be old and mysterious to play the role, like and have an accent. It's like he was a cool, awesome character. It's like
I get what
the
you're saying.
acting's not. It's not his
He
fault.
did a good
Like,
job
there's
acting.
not a whole lot extra you could do to like make the character stand out. He was a really awesome character. So I mean, all the actors were good except for that kid and maybe like one or two like couple weird deliveries, but overall
Yeah.
acting was good. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
That kid, if I'm pronouncing his name right, his name is Bodhi Sambagu.
He needs to be blacklisted from Hollywood. This kid's life needs to be ruined.
He's been
He's
in
terrible.
1,
I feel
2,
bad for him. Like I couldn't tell. Like
3.
I couldn't tell if he was a really bad actor or if it was because they dubbed his lines. I was almost the same way, but I thought like I don't know. The Rock's always enjoyable to watch
Sure.
because he did a good job.
He's just the Rock.
He's just really goofy. He's the Rock and
He
everything.
plays the same character all the time.
I thought Dr. Fate did the best. Obviously.
I agree.
He is
I-
James
I-
Bond.
Huh?
He is James Bond. I mean,
He was. I was wondering
Pierce
where I
Brosnan,
recognized
James
him from.
Bond.
Yeah, the name was familiar.
No, I mean, like, I just recognize his face. He was like the old, 80s James Bond, I guess?
Yeah.
90s.
90s.
Whoever did Hawkman, I thought was really good.
Mm.
Y'all apparently don't agree with me on that one.
I personally don't,
I
but
thought
his name's
Hawkman-
out as Hodge. He's been in a lot of stuff recently.
I thought Hawkman probably did the best acting in the movie, close to Dr. Fate. But besides that, the acting was either mid or bad. Like the kid was bad. Noah Centineo was terrible.
What
but
are you? He was fine.
Yeah,
I don't
He
No,
was
he-
not good.
He
was
only
not
had
good.
like 10 lines. That was acting. Yeah.
I gave it a 3 out of 5. Like, I thought most of them did a decent enough job.
Fair,
Everybody
fair,
else
fair.
was mid to bad. So, and then now we're on to attachment. I was attached to the characters, I guess. I wanted Black Adam to be happy and become a non-mass murderer. Spoiler alert.
Valid.
What?
Valid.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Go watch the movie before we spoil the
Oh,
finale
yeah.
and the characters who all you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know.
Dr. Fate died. I hated that. I was really sad. He was my favorite character, and they also, for whatever reason, after he died, his helmet just evaporated.
Well, after
After
that
Hawkman
didn't
used
make sense.
it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of sad. I was like, so they're just not gonna bring back Dr. Fate. Why would you kill him off in a Black Adam movie? Whose idea was this? Which one of the screenwriters did this? Because I don't like them and I'm not their friend. But that means I was attached to the character. So I guess they did their job in that regard. Some of the other people, I was really hoping they'd bite the dust. I don't want to see either of the two like sidekick superheroes again. I hope the family never comes back. I don't know why they would.
If there was a Black Adam too, I guess. But,
I still don't think they'd come back.
yeah.
But so I was like decently attached. 6 out of 10.
Okay. I wasn't really attached to anyone besides Dr. Fate, like you said, and I mean, because he was the coolest character, and I wanted to see him in more stuff after this, but that's not happening. Cause that man, he gone, he out of here. I stand by this. I think that after Hawkman used the helmet, he should have been the new Dr. Fate.
That would have been sick.
I said that earlier, and you all clowned on me, bro.
I didn't say that.
He should
I
have
liked
been.
Hawkman. He was
I
one of
clowned
my
on
favorite
Yeah, he
characters.
clowned on me.
I clowned on
Yeah,
you.
That's they should have done like a Captain America and the Falcon thing where he hands off the shield to him. Like, he's the new guy because he's an awesome character and that helmet's awesome and it's cool and he should be the new one.
Oh, it's Black Adam.
Because he could have the helmet and he'd have the golden wings. He'd be all golden. And it's,
I think that's what they should have done because that would have been sick. I mean, he already proved that he could use the helmet.
yeah, like he was.
Which they made a pretty big deal about how nobody can touch the helmet
Yes,
unless
but
you're
that's-
chosen, and several people touched the helmet.
Yeah.
Satan himself touched the helmet.
It would have been funny if he would have died as soon
That's
as
what I was hoping. Cause like Dr. Fate dies, his helmet's on the ground, and then like to really kick you where the sun don't shine, like Satan walks up and kicks the helmet, and I was like, he's gonna die from touching the helmet, and that would be so
Well,
cool.
to be fair, we don't really know if the helmet actually.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it
because like the
would
only
kill you.
time they really mention it is like legend says that if you touch it and it doesn't like you, then it'll blah blah blah. And it's
Well,
like
that's
no
just
one
like-
ever touched it that didn't. So I don't know.
Satan did.
Satan. I mean, it probably
The
didn't like
devil
Satan.
did. It
So
probably
I'm
went
guessing
like
that the
Satan.
two kids just didn't know what they was talking about.
I don't know. That I know from like Dr. Fate stuff that you're not supposed to touch the helmet. Like
Really?
he was in a bunch of
I've never
episodes
heard of
of
the
the
character before this,
not the
so.
Spider-Man show, something
Batman.
I watched. Yeah. So you're not supposed to touch the helmet. I don't care. That might have just been the writers wanting to make Satan look scary when he was like the most unmenacing villain of all time because he doesn't do anything. But speaking of that, did you give your score?
I don't think so. Well, attachment.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really attached to anyone. Most people was like, I don't really care if I see them again, except for Dr. Fate. So I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Samesies. We're kind of same on a lot of these.
We are.
So, go into the Dr. Fate thing. What I've been finding is that there's no rule that you can't touch it, but wearing the helmet would grant the wearer the powers of Dr. Fate.
I guess
So,
I'm just like remembering that wrong. Some type of.
I mean, they might have done it
Bears,
differently in
bears,
the show.
whatever it
In the
is.
show, it's just this is what it's saying on DCFandom.com.
Oh, dang. Finale. I mean, the conclusion was satisfying. I didn't like the villain, but like they beat him. It's just a generic ending to a superhero movie. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to, basically. Nothing to write home about. So I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I thought the finale was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. It wasn't like egregiously bad where it like ruined the whole movie. It hurt the movie pretty bad.
Yeah.
By like, you'll see how many points it hurt the movie. But like, I agree with Caleb. I think the movie would have been really good if it had ended when he like willingly gives up his powers and goes to prison. Because like that would have set up a sequel, and instead they set up a sequel in a stupid way. And which I'll get to that in a second. So like he gets put in underwater in like a supermax prison essentially, and then you find out that like when the villain was death, the only road to life is death or whatever, something like that. He meant that he needed to die and be like holding the crown when he died. Which why would they not take the crown away from him after he died? That is stupid.
Yeah.
Like he needed to be dead with the crown, and then he goes to hell, talks to Satan and a bunch of other dead people, and then gets brought back to life as like the devil
Yeah,
incarnate.
that's more plot though.
But that's in the finale. Like
That's how it ended.
Yeah.
it's how it ended, and
Well, the end was
and I
amazing.
also talked about that in the finale. I didn't like it. I just said that I mentioned it when we were talking about the
Fair.
finale. But because I wanted to give a spoiler warning first. But yeah, I thought it was really dumb. And then like he just goes back to the city and then fights the normal superheroes, kills Dr. Fate, and Dr. Fate somehow brings Black Adam back right before he dies, and then Black Adam beats him up, tears him in half, and then,
Without his powers, he was somehow able to defeat a bunch of armed guards.
yeah, he was just a normal guy and he just fought off a bunch of armed guards. That was
Who-
kind of goofy.
I think he got shot too in the
he
process.
did
and
get shot.
was still able to somehow. I don't know.
Good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He really showed them.
Yeah.
Oh, also on that effects, I didn't think to mention this. A part of the reasons I gave it a 4, not a 5, besides what I said, The Rock looked so goofy as a skinny man.
He did.
It looked like they
It's not-
took his face and then just like plopped it on a skinny buff guy.
It worked scarily well though. It's like what's
No, it looked.
I mean,
it looked.
it
goofy.
didn't
One
look
thing-
that off.
one
It didn't
thing-
look
Like,
bad.
it was
bad, but
weird,
really
like seeing The
goofy.
Rock on like a skinny body, but I mean, like they did it well, which is what's really weird.
My thing
It
is,
looked like they taped a cutout of a guy's head onto a smaller body, of The Rock's head onto a small body.
my biggest complaint with the effects, and this kind of goes into director decision. Why were
Oh
there
my
so
goodness,
many
there was so
slow
much
motion
slow-mo.
shots?
There was a lot of slow.
Why? Like a couple.
So
Sometimes
much
it's
slow.
cool. Like if you would have done it the first time she made her tornado, that would have been fine.
Every
You did it
time,
every time.
Cyclone, which we barely talked about, her made a tornado,
It's slow mo.
slow-mo. And they would do it like twice.
I like the slow mo and Black Adam stuff.
Black
Like,
Adam
he
stuff
was
Yeah,
was
so-
okay.
A couple,
And I mean,
but
like-
when you do it repeatedly
But like they
that,
added like 5 minutes to the
you,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally, like
Well, a
That
lot
was
of
my
the
biggest
Black Adam
complaint.
stuff, like that one scene at the beginning when he was doing like a bunch of stuff at once, like you kind of need.
yeah, that
slow-mo
one
for
scene's
that.
fine, but
yeah, but when you keep doing it
Yeah,
over,
there was a
and
lot
over
of
and
slow-mo.
over again. It's like
Kinda
I
goofy.
didn't need to see slow mo of this girl going like this every
She was
time.
so hot though. Oh my
And
gosh.
she was nice.
Oh, she's hot.
But no, I didn't care for the finale. I gave it. We stayed after the movie for the end credit scene,
I don't even remember
which
what it was.
I was excited for it.
I forgot
And
it.
this is the worst end credit scene I think I've ever seen. It's just Black Adam chilling, and then a drone pulls up. Like at the end of the movie, he kind of is just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here and protect my town or city or whatever. And then drone pulls up. Amanda Waller's face pops up, and she's like, "Listen, Black Adam, if you ever leave that city, I'm going to kill you." And it's like, "Stop! No, stop! This guy could blow up the earth like right now. Stop!" And she's like, I'm gonna end your life, and you're gonna die, and it's gonna suck for you because I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, you know what? Maybe I will leave and kill everybody. And it's like, why'd you go and threaten him? What is wrong with you?
Bro was content.
No,
he was content with like.
what sucks
there.
so hard is that she said, I have connections with people on other planets. When have ever in the DCEU has she made any connection with
Never.
someone who wasn't on Earth?
All she
we
does
don't
is
really
talk
know
to
anything
Superman.
about her. To be fair. Like,
Yeah, we
she's
do.
like the government lady or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
She's been in
She's been in several movies, and all she
Yeah.
does is talk to supervillains and make supervillain teams.
Literally, no. Colton literally said in the theater, do not be Amanda Waller, and she popped up.
Yeah, it was
Like,
so
nobody
dumb.
likes her.
The only good part about that was that Henry Cavill as Superman popped up,
Yeah.
and that was hype because he.
I thought he was
really
done
good.
with that.
Apparently not.
Apparently not, which is fine with me because he's
I do
cool.
like- I like
They are letting him be in the MCU, though, so
Who's he in the MCU?
we don't know yet. We just know he's been confirmed. I think most people think he's going to be Cyclops, which would be sick.
That,
But
That would be pretty cool. But yeah, so it was a really goofy post-credit scene. I hated it.
fair.
I gave the
bad.
finale a 3 out of 10,
Fair.
bringing my total to a 62 out of 100.
My total was a 71 out of 100.
nice. I'd say those are two solid
Yeah.
places to be. For
What'd you give it? You ran it through the Peach Crispinator.
First time I got a 62, and then I ran it again, and I got a 63.
Whoa.
We were so similar.
We were similar.
Halloween's coming up. Maybe we could do a special Halloween edition of the Peach Crisp review, like Scream 5 or something, since me and you
Yeah.
saw that.
That was a good movie. I want to do a new horror movie. There's a few horror movies I really want to watch.
We'll have to watch one.
We'll discuss
and try to
it.
put it out on Monday, which is Halloween, for a Halloween
How long
release.
is this Monday? Crap, how long is this Monday?
Oh my goodness, I love
Wow.
Halloween. I get to go to a class and take exams. Yay! But if there's a horror movie y'all want to see reviewed, drop it in the comments.
Down below in the comments.
I think that's all. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Smash the notification bell.